Look at your garden right now. It is absolutely drowning. Every single day you walk out there, another massive army of weeds is choking the life out of your precious vegetables. You are losing the war, and your harvest is dying before your eyes. You spend hours on your knees, breaking your back in the dirt, pulling these parasites out one by one. And what happens? 3 days later, they are back, mocking you. Your current weeding strategy is an absolute joke. Stop right now. You are literally doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Every time you pull a weed and the root snaps, you are multiplying them. You are cloning the enemy with your own hands. You think you are cleaning your plot? You are just pruning the weeds. You are forcing their root systems to become thicker, deeper, and completely indestructible. You are building a monstrous, unstoppable network underground. And what is your next genius move? Running to the hardware store to buy a heavy plastic jug of expensive, highly toxic chemical weed killer? You might as well pour raw bleach directly onto your summer harvest. Listen to me closely. Store-bought herbicides are a corporate scam, designed to keep you buying more. They do not just kill the weed. They completely annihilate the microscopic life in your soil. They turn rich earth into a sterile desert. Earthworms are fleeing your garden. Beneficial fungi are screaming and dying. And that expensive poison you just sprayed? It leaches straight into the roots of your cucumbers and tomatoes. You are literally poisoning the food you feed your family. Throw that garbage in the trash right now. And don't even get me started on those black weed barrier fabrics. Those are the ultimate trap for gullible gardeners. You are suffocating the earth. Underneath that plastic barrier, the soil compacts into concrete. Oxygen cannot enter. Water pools and stagnates. And the weeds? Their roots simply weave directly into the fabric, making them absolutely impossible to remove without tearing up the entire garden. Wake up and face the brutal truth. If you want a clean plot and buckets of massive, healthy vegetables, you need to understand your enemy. You need to know exactly how a weed survives and how to brutally dismantle it. Let's look at the biology. Every single weed leaf is covered in a microscopic, impenetrable armor called the waxy cuticle. It is a natural shield. This is why water and even weak chemical sprays just beat up and roll right off. Beneath that waxy armor, the leaf is covered in stomata, tiny mouths that breathe in carbon dioxide and sunlight, fueling the massive taproot below. The taproot is a thick, fleshy battery storing months of energy. When you chop off the top of the weed, that battery kicks into overdrive. It uses its stored energy to instantly blast out 3 new... And stop tilling your soil. Tilling is a massive, fatal mistake. Your soil is completely packed with millions of dormant weed seeds, buried safely in the dark where they cannot grow. When you fire up that rototiller, you are acting as a delivery service for weeds. You are bringing millions of sleeping seeds directly to the surface, exposing them to a flash of sunlight, and begging them to germinate. You are literally planting your own nightmare. Within 48 hours, your entire freshly tilled plot will be covered in a carpet of green fuzz. You have just sabotaged your entire season in one afternoon. So, what is the aggressive solution? How do we obliterate these invaders forever without poisoning our soil, breaking our backs, or This is the ruthless method that corporate chemical companies pray you never find out about. It costs absolutely pennies to make. Grab a pen and write this down. You need horticultural vinegar. Not the weak, watery stuff you put on your salad. You need high-concentration acetic acid, at least 20 to 30% strength. This is liquid fire for plants. Acetic acid is a powerful, naturally derived desiccant. The second it touches a plant cell, it instantly draws out all the moisture, causing the cell walls to collapse and literally boil from the inside out. But wait, remember the waxy armor? If you just spray acid, it will beat up and roll off. The weed will laugh at you. You must add 1 heavy squirt of standard liquid dish soap to your vinegar. The soap acts as a ruthless surfactant. It instantly dissolves the waxy cuticle on the leaves, leaving the weed completely naked and defenseless. Now listen to me very carefully. Do not use salt. I see these amateur internet recipes telling you to mix salt. Salt does not evaporate. Salt stays in the dirt permanently. It builds up and completely destroys the soil structure. Make just pure horticultural vinegar and a drop of dish soap. Mix it gently in a high-quality pump sprayer. Do not shake it violently or you will create a massive wall of foam that blocks your nozzle. Timing is absolutely everything. This is a sun-scorched strike. You cannot do this in the early morning. You cannot do this at night. You must apply this weapon exactly at high noon on the hottest, sunniest day of the week. The sun is the ultimate trigger. Heat drastically accelerates the acetic acid reaction. When you spray a weed in direct, blazing sunlight, the mixture acts like a magnifying glass, instantly boiling the plant alive. Pump up your sprayer until the pressure is fierce. Walk up to your target. Hold the nozzle exactly 2 inches away from the crown of the weed. You want a direct, concentrated hit, not a wide, lazy mist. Blast the center. Soak the leaves until they are dripping. Ensure the lethal mixture runs straight down the stem and directly into the taproot. Do not hit your vegetables. Protect them with a piece of cardboard if you have to. Now, step back and watch the carnage. This is not a slow, multi-day death like corporate chemicals. Within exactly 60 seconds, the extreme acidity completely ruptures the cellular walls of the weed. The vibrant green leaves will turn a sickening black-brown before your eyes. They will curl up, crisp, and die. The waxy armor is gone. The moisture is gone. The stomata are destroyed. And because you hit the crown, the acid burns straight down into the taproot, severing its ability to pull nutrients. The underground battery is instantly neutralized. The weed cannot clone. It cannot regrow. It is finished. The best part? Unlike toxic synthetic corporate garbage, acetic acid breaks down naturally in the soil within a couple of days. It leaves absolutely zero permanent residue. It leaves no trace of poison. Once the root is dead, the microorganisms in your soil immediately go to work. They swarm the dead, decaying taproot, consuming it and turning it into free, organic fertilizer for your tomatoes. You just turned your enemy into food for your harvest. You have flipped the script. Your vegetables are no longer competing for water, nutrients, or sunlight. They have the entire plot to themselves. Look at the power you hold now. No more back-breaking labor. No more empty wallets from buying chemical poisons. In less than your cucumbers will explode in size. Your tomatoes will break the vines under their own weight. Your peppers will be thick, crispy, and massive. Because for the first time, they are drinking everything the soil has to offer. Do exactly what I told you today. Go get the horticultural vinegar. Get the soap. Wait for the sun to reach its peak and show these weeds exactly who is in charge of this garden. Stop being a victim to dandelions and crabgrass. Stop poisoning the earth you rely on. Take action right now. Your soil is waiting. Your harvest is waiting. Obliterate the competition and grow a massive bounty. If you want the brutal truth about gardening, if you are tired of weak advice and want massive, real-world results, hit that subscribe button right now. We are just getting started. Destroy the weeds, save your harvest, and I will see you in the next video.